Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we are talking about a minor severe threat in the Northeast as I look at the Weather Channel showing potential for thunderstorms. Let's go into the details here because a lot of people look at their weather app, see an icon, don't even read the description, and immediately think something else than what actually happens. This severe threat, even though we do have a slight risk here, is extremely minor. So, starting off here with that slight risk, 21,000 people, 21,000 square miles with a population of 27.7 million people, including NYC, Philadelphia, Newark, New Jersey, Jersey City, New Jersey, and Yonkers, New York. Marginal risk across 202,000 square miles and a population of 40.4 million people, including Baltimore, Charlotte, DC, Virginia Beach, and Raleigh, North Carolina. But most of that threat is going to be wind. 5% in the marginal risks and 15% in the slight risks. Less than 2% chance of tornadoes and a slight hail risk in parts of Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia. Now, let's go into the timing in the Northeast because, really, this is a very short severe threat, too. No storms start to pop up in the Northeast until right around, let's call that 2 p.m. Eastern Time in areas of East Central Pennsylvania. Storms don't start to roll into DC until 3 p.m. Eastern Time, Baltimore at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, Philadelphia around 5 and 6 p.m. Eastern Time, New York around 7 or 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and as far east as Hartford, Connecticut by 9 p.m. Eastern Time. That is the entire severe threat. Worst spots here are probably going to be in the I-95 corridor between DC and New York. I don't think anywhere north of that, even though we go back here and see our slight risks going as far north as Springfield, Massachusetts. I don't see the worst of the storms being this far north. You know, just for giggles, let's take a look at the HRRR right here. Because the HRRR does a pretty good job with maybe a little bit of micro scale modeling. And you can see maybe some thunderstorms forming here in New York and Pennsylvania. Again, this is right around 2 p.m. Eastern. In DC by 3. Philadelphia and so DC and Baltimore by 3. Philadelphia by 4. New York by 5, 6. And then the HRRR is showing more thunderstorm activity in southern New England. Moving through Hartford, Springfield metropolitan area. That is right around, let's call that 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And then into areas like Boston. Mostly it's just rain at that point, but starting to move into the area around 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, the entire front doesn't move through the entire region until, let's call that 5 a.m. Eastern Time Friday morning. Then the cold will start to come in, maybe some showers behind that moving into Saturday. But it does seem like tomorrow is going to be relatively a very nice day. I think the worst overall weather, just in layman's terms, is going to be DC, Baltimore, Philadelphia. Just because you're going to be getting that area of thunderstorms in the middle of the day. But most of the thunderstorms in New York, southern New England, are going to be later in the day when it really doesn't make an impact. With that being said, the Northeast doesn't really experience severe threats very often, so strong winds is the only thing that we could even see in the Northeast at a more major scale. Yes, there's always a chance for a slight, slight chance of tornado. Not gonna happen. With these cells, I looked at the significant tornado parameter. It doesn't even show up. Don't worry about tornadoes. Don't worry about hail. Strong winds, which is just 60 mile an hour winds. Nothing that's going to be knocking down trees. Nothing that's going to be maybe a couple power lines come down, or the weak trees that are on the fritz already. But no big deal for tomorrow. It's going to be a very nice day. 80-degree temperatures across most of the Northeast. Let's actually check that. High temperatures tomorrow in the Northeast are going to be very high. Yeah, you can see them working their way up there. DC around 84. Baltimore right in here around 83. Philadelphia around 82. New York around 84. Hartford, Connecticut around 82. Boston around the 50s, but that's because you guys are ahead of that warm front for most of the day. So enjoy it while it lasts, because Friday and Saturday will be relatively cooler. Friday only gets up into the 50s and 60s in most of the region, except for Baltimore and DC. You guys get into the 70s, and Saturday's about the same thing. So enjoy today. Going to be very nice with a little bit of thunderstorms in the afternoon. Typical summertime, quote-unquote, thunderstorms. But that is all the information that I have for today. If you found this video useful, consider subscribing and hitting the bell so you don't miss any more weather updates. But that's all I have for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.